everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Happy to see you again. If you're new, welcome. Oh my god, my name is Aisha, nice to meet you. You of the future watching this video. I'm in Italy right now, but I'm filming this in London. I'm gonna film the first half of this video in London, second half in Italy, because I wanted to do a wrap up. I wanted to do a June and July wrap up because I didn't do a June wrap up because I didn't think I read enough books to make a whole video about it. So I'm gonna combine the 2 months, so even more books in this video, which is great. But I wanted to at least use some physical books that I own, that I read, and I can't do that in Italy because they would be staying in London. Let's do a cute little wrap up. Let's get cozy. Grab a drink, grab a snack, do whatever you want. It's very warm in London right now, but I assume me in the second half of this video is gonna be even warmer because Italy is on fire. I'm gonna enjoy this warm until I reach that insanity of warmth. This is me from the future. I just wanted to let you know that out of all the books that I picked out on my video of like TBR Jab picks my July TBR, I've read, out of the 5 books I've picked, I've read 3, 1 I am reading and 1 I haven't read. So I think I did okay this month. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that. Back to the video. Okay, so let's start with the hockey romance. I read a hockey romance called Face Off. I don't own it because it's not really a thing in England. You can't find anywhere. It's not in Waterstones. It's nowhere. You can't really find it. By Chelsea Curto. I'm pretty sure I did a reading blog, so if you want to go and have a look, it's quite a fun reading blog. Actually, 2 books here are in that reading blog. It's a good reading blog. This is the first book in the DC Stars series, interconnected standalone series. Last month in May, I finished reading the Windy City series with the last book called Rewind It Back, and I'm like, now I have this hole I need to fill because I want an interconnected standalones sport romances series. Everyone was talking about this series, literally everyone. So I was like, you know what, let's give it a go. Let's try it. I enjoyed it. Now, I didn't love the first book, but I enjoyed it. It was nice. I gave it 3.5 stars. I really was like so into the beginning, but then towards the end I kind of got tired and it kind of got a little bit like repetitive. Do you know what I mean? But that happens so often for me in romance books. Like I'm over it because they got together quite early on, because they got together and then I was like, I'm bored now. Our main characters are Maverick and Emmy. They're both hockey players. Now, Maverick is the captain of a hockey team, a professional NFL team. Emmy is the new player in the team. She's the first woman in the NFL. Now, in real life, that would not be possible. There's no women in the NFL, it's just men. But this is a book, who cares? You can do whatever you want in a fiction book. Because her name is actually Emerson, Emmy's a nickname, Maverick thought he was meeting a man. And he's the captain, so he was going to meet like the new guy on the team. The guy happens to be a stunning, redhead, tall, beautiful girl. Very talented as well, obviously. So they start in a bad way because he thought she was just there to flirt with him, not to be the new player on the team. They go from enemies to lovers. What a shock. They go from enemies to like friends with benefits to lovers. I love a friends with benefits trope. I actually really enjoy it. But when they started having feelings towards each other, it got a little bit cliche. It got a little bit too many love confessions. It got a bit old. Do you know what I mean? But once again, I think that's a me problem. I have this issue with romance books often. So it might be me. Like, you need to entertain me until the end because I will get bored when they get together. But I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was cute. It was very easy to read. I really enjoyed the group of friends. So I'm excited to read the rest of the series, especially one boy in the team. I'm excited for his book and I know he's getting a book. So I'm excited for that book. I enjoy sport romances because I enjoyed the team side, the friendships. I enjoyed that so much in a book. So I'm sure we'll enjoy the rest. A big thing that I read this month, like maybe the main thing that I read in the last couple months, was the Zodiac Academy series. Now, I don't know if by the time you're watching this, I have posted a reading vlog about these, because I'm gonna do a full-on reading vlog of all the Zodiac Academies because I've been asked so many times, because I already vlogged the first book, so you can go and have a look at that one. It's the same video as the Face Off. I made a reading vlog of the other 3 books because I read the first 4 books of the Zodiac Academy series. Now, this series, I don't know how to fucking rate it because did I have a great time? Absolutely I did. Are they good books? No. So, I don't know what to tell you. They're full of inconsistencies. Some moments I'm like, what is going on? Some things are so cringy and kind of cliche, but did I eat it up? Yes, I did. Could I stop reading? Absolutely fucking not. So you do with that what you will, okay? You decide if this is for you, because I don't know. I thought I would hate it, you know? I was like, I'm just gonna read the first book and then probably gonna dislike every second of it and leave it. No, couldn't stop reading. I was hating myself while I was reading it, but still reading it. You do with that what you will. They are on Kindle Unlimited, so they're very accessible, very easy to read. These are romantasy books. So it talks about these two twins, Darcy and Tori, and they have lived their whole life in the human world like normal girls. And out of nowhere, this professor comes in and is like, oh, girls, you are actually fays and you have magic powers. So come to the Zodiac Academy, where it's time for you to enroll to college pretty much, and you can learn to use your magic. And these girls are like, are you high? Who the fuck are you? And then it was actually real. So ended up they go to Zodiac Academy, and there they meet a group of boys, 4 boys, called the heirs to the throne, because this world called Solaria used to have a king and a queen, and they died many years ago. And since then, there's been 4 people in charge. These 4 boys are like the heirs to the people in power right now. But turns out these 2 girls, guess who the 2 girls are? The daughters of the king and the queen. So they come in and the 4 boys are like, hey, I hate you because you want our throne, even though we've been like training our whole life to like be in power, and then you come along just because you have royal blood, you're on the throne. That's not fair. The girls are like, we don't really want to be on the throne. I don't know what you're on about. So that's it. That's how it goes. And there's some romance between some people. I don't want to tell you anything, because when you read the first book, you don't kind of know. And I've only read 4 books so far. Only, that's crazy, only. But like, I've only read 4 books because I'm pretty sure there's 9. But then there's like 12 really, because there's so many other books and novellas, and there's like a spin-off series. I'm not gonna do that right now. Not for now. We'll see in the future. It is cringy. It is inconsistent. This girl had brown eyes the first 3 books, and then in the 4th book they have green eyes. I don't care. If it's okay with you to like switch off your brain and not care about the inconsistencies, about the cringy bits, about the cliche, then these books are great to get out of a reading slump, because I was eating them up. They got me out of a reading slump. Actually, I think I need to go back to it because I'm in a reading slump again. So I need to read book 5. I had a great time. I really enjoy a couple, but the end of book 4 kind of drove me insane. Now, every single one of these books, I'm pretty sure I gave the same rating. Let me check. The first book I gave 3.5 stars, and then book 2, 3, and 4, all of them I gave 3.75 stars, which is not that bad. But because I'm enjoying it so much, but I cannot give it 4 stars, not yet at least. But apparently things go to shit from now on. So I think I've got like the chaotic and like painful part of the series, because the ending of book 4 was actually quite crazy, so I understand. But yeah, I enjoy them. I'm having a great time. It's a fun read, but like, I am perfectly aware they're not great books. But if you have a good time, who am I to tell you not to read them? Next book that I read was January's by Louis Blake. I really need to get this sticker off. Should we do it now? Sorry, now I need to do this because now I committed, you know what I mean? I did it! Okay, so I read January's by Louis Blake. First of all, beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. This is a collection of short story by Louis Blake. This has been on my TBR, I'm pretty sure 4 months in a row. We finally did it, guys. I love Olivia Blake. I love her writing so much. So I knew I'd enjoy it. It wasn't exactly what I expected. Oh, it's signed. I forgot it's signed. She literally says this is like a mixtape. The short stories are not linked to each other, and they're divided into seasons. So there's 4 seasons. There's summer, autumn, winter. Guess what? Spring. I rated this 4 stars. Obviously, some short stories I enjoyed more than others. So I found it quite hard to like rate it, because some short stories were 5 stars. Like, do you know what I mean? I really enjoyed some of them. There were a couple that I really was like, I wish I had a whole book of this short story. Some of them were like 5 pages. Some of them were like 50. Some of them were about love. Some of them were about magic. Some of them were more like inspirational. Some of them were silly and funny. Like, it literally was so fun, so enjoyable. I think this is quite good to have in summer. This would be a very easy thing to read at the beach, because you can just read a short story and move on. Do you know what I mean? And they're so good, so good. The writing is impeccable, and like always, the art inside is just stunning. Are you insane? I love Olivia Blake though. I will literally read anything. I only have 1 book left by Olivia Blake, that is the last one she published, called Gifted and Talented. Next book is a bit of like not my usual kind of books. I read Pride and Prejudice. What? This was the book I've owned on my TBR the longest. I picked this on my July TBR jar. It was great. I mean, I knew the story. I feel like everyone knows the story because I watched the movie 55,000 times. But I had never read the English book. Never. I enjoyed it. Obviously, if you don't know the story, this is the story of a very fun family, the Bennets. And the Bennets have 4 girls, just daughters, and one of them is called Elizabeth. And Elizabeth is a bit like ahead of her time and she doesn't really care about men that much. And there's this man that just came into town called Mr. Darcy, and he's so rude and so not nice, keeps for himself, doesn't really go out of his way to make conversation. She dislikes him so much. She heard horrible things about him. She dislikes him so much. Guess what? Guess what? Of course, it's enemies to lovers, of course. If you have seen the movie, you know. If you haven't seen the movie, what the fuck? Go watch that movie tonight. You have plans now. Tonight, I don't care what you have plans. You're watching Pride and Prejudice. Are you insane? Her older sister Jane as well had like a little of a relationship with Mr. Darcy's best friend. There's a lot going on. Funny family dynamic. Her mom is funny. Her dad is iconic. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I'm pretty sure you know it. I don't need to tell you. It's a classic for a reason, you know what I mean? Next book that I read was Nobody Like Us by Kristen Becca Ritchie. Now this is the last book in the Like Us series. Guys, we did it. We finished the Like Us series right in time because in September we have the new series, The Cobalt Empire. So yeah, the Like Us series is a spin-off of the Addicted Calloway Sister series, 13 book series. So yeah, that was the last one. I did it. I rated it 3.75 stars. It was very long. Didn't think it needed to be that long. Probably if that book wasn't in that universe, I would have not enjoyed it as much. But because it's in a universe that I love and I find so much comfort being in it, I rated it 3.75. The couple is cute. This was the 3rd book for that couple. These were from the point of view of Luna Hill. She's quite iconic. She's quite fun. But I think they were way more dramatic than they needed to be. Like something happened and I was like, this is extremely unrealistic. But you know when you're like, it's a book, who cares? But like some of my favorite characters were in it. My favorite character out of all the kids is definitely Charlie Cobalt. He was in this book, quite present in this book, so I enjoyed that quite a lot. I can't wait for his book in the Cobalt Empire series. I cannot wait. That's gonna be my Roman Empire, my Cobalt Empire. Very easy to read. They're very bingeable. But now that I finished all the books, I can confirm the best book was Headstrong Like Us, and the best couple was the first couple, Muffy and Farrow. Best couple. Like you can't even argue in like the best couple, no doubts. I would love to actually reread their books. I would recommend reading the Like Us series, especially if you've read the Addicted series, Calloway Sisters, and you enjoyed it. I don't think this series is as good as the original one. I think the original one is still like incredible top tier. This one is okay, it's fun, but I enjoyed it. I had fun. I would recommend it, but I understand it's not for everyone. London Me has done, so I'm gonna see you in 1 second for you, but it's gonna be in another country for me. To Italy Me. I hope she's tan. I really hope she's tan. Hi! It is weeks later for me. I am tanned, so you can relax about that. I know you were stressing. Yeah, I have read a couple more books in the month of... the fuck are we? July. I have read 2 more books. I own physically one of them, but obviously it's in London, so I cannot be holding it right now. But pretend I'm holding The Favourites by Lane Fargo. And guess what, guys? It's a 5 stars! The first 5 stars since releasing 10 back in May. If you know anything, you know that that book put me into a spiral and no books would compare. I finally had a 5 stars. After months of not having 5 stars, of having everything around the 3 and a 4, we finally had a 5-star read. If you don't know, The Favourites by Lane Fargo is like a literary fiction book. I wouldn't say it's a romance book. There is romance in that, but it's not a romance book. It's about this girl called Kat, and her one true love is ice skating. She grew up with this guy called Heath. Her and Heath grew up together because he kind of was like fostered in her house. They became an ice skating couple, so they would compete and train together, and then it's about them ranking up towards, like, you know, world championships and Olympics. And in the meantime, a lot of fucking things happened. A lot of fights, a lot of drama, a lot of scandals. They become extremely famous. So there's fame and there's money and there's no money and then there's scandals and there's so much. It literally reminded me so much of a Taylor Jenkins Reid book. Like, if you gave me the book and I didn't know who wrote it, I would have assumed it was Taylor Jenkins Reid. So if you like anything like Daisy Jones and the Six and Carrie Soto is back, that kind of, it's literally so similar. It's like famous athlete who becomes a celebrity, you know? And she is a little bit of like that kind of main character that is not liked and loved by everyone because she doesn't care who she has to step on top of to get to the top. She doesn't care. And I love that kind of female main character. I love it so much. She gave Daisy Jones. She gave Evelyn Hugo, you know. It does remind you of Wuthering Heights. That's why it's called Heat, I assume. This is 10 years after something crazy happened to them. And they're making a documentary. They're making a documentary about them too. About these two famous skaters. From the beginning, from day one to the end of their career. They do talk about everything that happens. But at the same time, there's like a documentary. So like at the beginning of every chapter, there is other people 10 years later talking about them and talking about the events that they're going to talk about in that chapter. Loved it. That's why it kind of reminded me of Daisy Jones, because Daisy Jones was that kind of vibe. So good. Loved every second. I really want a movie or a TV show about this story because I think it would be so good. There was one Taylor Swift song that was mentioned in the book and it's literally one of my favorite songs of all time, so it was incredible. And then I read another Zodiac book. I've read the 5th book. I can't really tell you anything about the plot. Yeah, I have posted now the vlog for the first 4 books and then I'm starting the vlog for 5, 6, 7 book. And then I'm gonna do 8, 8.5, and 9. I'm gonna do a 3-part vlogs for Zodiac, I assume. This actually was my favorite Zodiac Academy book so far. It was a 4 stars, so it was a little bit over the other ones. It still is a little bit cringy and cliche, but it's so addicting. It's literally like a drugs that you can't put down. Like, you can't put the book down. So I really just want to read the 6th book now. The only thing I'm gonna say about this book that is not a spoiler, chapter 23 was worth the fucking book. It was worth the book. I said what I said. And right now I'm reading Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare. That was on my July TBR. I am devastated. I'm crying every chapter. It's incredibly beautiful and I love that series so much. It's the 3rd book in the Dark Artificer series. But yeah, I'm crying at every single chapter. But we'll talk about this book in the August wrap-up because I haven't finished it yet. These are all the books that I've read in June and July. I really hope I haven't forgotten anything. What is this? What is this doing? Do you see it? What kind of curl is that? Anyway, thank you so much for watching again. And thank you so much for everyone that's subscribed lately. I know I've had a little bit of new subscribers in the last like couple weeks. Very nice, it's very cute. Thank you very much, welcome. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. I know you will. And I love you very much. And I hope I see you in my next video. Ciao, ciao.